Speed Racer review over the sound of a running bathtub, yeah. Well, there is something running.
There's a bathtub here?
I don't know. I didn't know there was a bathtub in the school, but apparently there is. There's always something running over our reviews, Murph.
I knew there was a bathtub.
There's always sounds.
I knew there was a shower.
Or farts, or, butt squenchers. There's always something trying to ruin our delightful videos that millions of people like, apparently. Millions meaning one. No, two, meaning you and me.
I know someone else does besides just us.
Shane Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
But we went to see the Vavinsky. Vavinsky? Is that how you say it? Valensky? Vetskins? Vaginals? I don't know. We went to see the Vavinsky's movie review, Speed Racer.
Speed Racer.
Which is like a movie version. Has there been a movie version of it already? Like in cartoons?
Well, they did like a cartoon movie. It was really just like a trick. It was like, they take two of like the longer episodes, like one episode and then another long episode and put them on the same thing.
Something like that.
So it wasn't like a real, so this was actually like a real movie.
It was a Speed Racer movie in live action. But, I don't know. I didn't like it at all, Murph. I mean, the cast was good. I thought everyone they picked as the cast was great. They did a good job with that. The Speed Racer guy was fine. I really liked John Goodman and Christina Ricci's. And the monkey, of course. The monkey was the best. I liked when he threw his own Duke. I do that sometimes, Murph. I just take a big poop and I throw it and I throw it on the wall. What?
Do you do this when I'm not around?
Yeah. Like in the Ghostbusters too. This is the kind of things you do when I'm not here. That's throwing poop on walls, the things I do. But, the movie had good effects of things, but that's about all it was. The story was not that good, and the script, the lines they were saying were so goddamn long and boring, and they just kept on going and going like the Energizer Bunny, going and going and going and going, and the whole time I was like, wrap it up, Speed Racer, wrap it the fuck up! And then the whole time there was that British guy going, Speed Racer, I'm going to make you a millionaire. You're the greatest man I've ever seen, Speed. I would like you to race for me. And the whole time he kept doing all those kinds of things and flirting with Speed Racer, and there's nothing wrong with that, but Speed Racer is supposed to like Trixie's.
He does, doesn't he?
He didn't seem interested, and Trixie kept making all these winks and eye movements, and Speed was just like, yeah, Speed just seemed interested in the company of man. Didn't he to you?
Well, kind of hope so.
And John Goodman, he's got all these extra chins on his chin. And I've got double chins, but he has
well, don't forget who else was in it.
Who?
I
don't know. Who?
Susan Sarandon.
You and that Susan Sarandon assassinations, Murph. You're 14 and she's 64. That's 5 times older than you, Murph. That's not allowed. That's weird, Murph.
Maybe when I'm 18.
She's a grandmother.
When I'm 18.
Still, that should be 70. I mean, if you're alright with that, Murph, I'm fine with that.
Well, I guess, once you're over 18, it's fine, right?
But do you think Susan Sarandon would even be interested in a boy like you?
I'm real nice. She's real nice.
Well, then maybe you should send her some fan mail or flowers. Or a pair of your underpants. I don't know, something.
Sure.
I don't know, Murph.
I gotta admit, I was more into the Speed Racer cartoon than he was, so...
I don't even remember watching it, Murph.
I thought you said you watched it.
I remember hey, this time we're talking about 20 minutes, we're talking about the planet like that. And they talk real quick and fast in the movie. Only one guy was talking kind of like that. And that was that racer. She's like, hey, Speed Racer, if you're going to tell you that twice. And there's not going to take you over there to that party animal place. And there's many people over there that tell you about the place. And everyone else was just like, I'm Speed Racer. Yeah, I'm Trixie. It was all straight-laced and normal.
Yeah, he Race Rex's the only one who probably actually saw the original cartoon, but...
Yeah.
I mean...
Do you think he was the only one who was a real fan of the show?
Probably. I mean, truthfully, like I said, it's not as good as it should have been. I mean, it wasn't a total loss, but...
It was to me, though.
Okay. It wasn't really a total loss. I think the few things that really would have made it, as good as it should have been was... Well, first of all, mainly... Those really shaky angles in there.
There's all those car scenes and the car's like... And I was like,
Yeah, it was like all over. There was somewhere it was real nice and was like panned out.
Couldn't it
Nice.
just be normal shots of a car like, ooh, 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 like that?
Yeah, that plus like some like flashback scenes and some extra scenes which just weren't needed. I was mainly just a lot of extra stuff they didn't need really.
Yeah, so they could have cut it down. They could have cut at least 30 minutes off of that movie.
I know, it's
Just
like...
too damn long.
So it was mainly just, if they cut some of the extra stuff out, and
I think if they would have cut stuff out, it would have been fine.
Yeah, and if they like made those shake angles more like, it's not like zzz, made it more like zzz.
And the whole time all that kid was doing was driving, it's like this, in front of a blue screen, like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And they're like, go speed racer, Pops, Pops. Okay, Levinsky, did I do a good job in front of the blue screens?
But I mean, beyond that, I mean, it really wasn't bad. I mean, it just needed a little fixing.
Yeah, a lot of fixing.
A little.
Like a makeover.
Yeah, but
It didn't have cool music, though.
Yeah, it did.
In the beginning, it had this 50s, 60s style music.
And the house was cool, the colors were cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like, all the characters looked right.
Yes, it was just cut it down a bit, please. You know what I mean? It's a kid's movie.
I mean, maybe they'll have a director's cut.
And that's probably going to be 2 hours longer. And all the kids are going to be in there, like, during those busy scenes, like, I want more popcorn, Mommy. I want more popcorn. Get me more popcorn or I'm going to poop on this floor. Get me more popcorn. You know, what kids do.
Yeah.
Basically what I do. Well, that was about your Speed Racer.
Yeah, so I mean, really, if you're a true fan of the cartoon, there's no reason why you wouldn't like it. I mean...
Yeah, I'm done talking about it.
Yeah, if you're mainly, yeah, pretty much. Like, mainly, if you're a true fan of the cartoon like me, you'll probably like it. I mean, you'll still see it wasn't perfect, but you'll still like it. If you're not a fan like him, you probably wouldn't like it that much.
No.
So that's the truth.
Stop doing that with your fingers.
Why?
The clicking noise. People hear all that and wonder if we have mice problems.
No.
You know?
I mean, no, we don't have mice problems.
You think that you're picking something on your balls? And sometimes you're doing things like this. People think you're playing with yourself, Murph.
I don't know, if I was playing with myself, my face would be like...
Okay, Murph, that's enough of this.
Alright, mainly, as Speed would make this short and quick, and sorry we didn't have a parody. We were, but it went too quick. Mainly, if you like Speed Racer, you'll like it. If you don't, you won't. It didn't suck, but it wasn't...
You could have used this as a Speed Racer helmet.
I guess. So mainly, it wasn't a total loss. It just needed a fix or two. So mainly see it and you might like it. So enjoy it. Catch you next time.
Go Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer now.
Go